I want to leave you with a thought here. There was a lot of other stuff I wanted to share with you, but I think at this point it is very obvious the systems of rulership and of finance have broken down, mostly because those systems existed not to take care of the nation, but to serve the so-called elites. And we are in a very, very dangerous time in our nation's history, in the history of the world indeed, where too many institutions and leaders see a major world war as their best way out of the mess. We've seen it happen twice before with World War I and World War II. We're in the same situation again. We're almost step by step. It's almost like our government is reading World War for Dummies by Adolf Hitler. We have a targeted religious minority. We have torture. We have concentration camps. We have wars started on unoffending nations on the basis of lies. And it's a very, very dangerous situation here. We know that there is almost a race on right now between the collapse of the Western banking system and the start of this world war, so they can get out of the mess. And the problem with the world war is the United States does not have the money, the men, or the manufacturing to win a sustained ground campaign. The reason the United States was on the side of victory in big mistake number 1 and big mistake number 2 was because of the manufacturing. We don't have that any longer. There's also the historical reality that since the dawn of the industrial age, the country that starts the campaign of wars always loses, and that is against this country as well. The biggest reason I oppose a new world war is because the United States is going to lose it. And I think we should all resist with every ounce of strength and courage we have, being dragged down a path to our own destruction and ruin. And I think in that regard, Republic Broadcasting very much is reviving the tradition and the heritage of the Order of the White Rose, because a lot of people may not be aware that in Germany, as it headed into Nazism, as it started down the path to a war that saner heads knew could not be won, there were a group of very courageous and brave individuals within Germany, mostly young students, who called themselves the Order of the White Rose. They didn't have an internet. History would have been vastly different if they had, but they did have printing presses. And they did have courage, and they did have principle, and they did everything they could to stop Germany from going down that path to its own destruction. Sadly, they failed. They were eventually captured, and they were beheaded, and Germany suffered for that. So we're in the same situation right now. You can see every single day, every politician, every corporate media outlet, they're trying to sell you another war. Yet they're not willing to go themselves. So please do everything you can to stop this path to war, because there is so much at stake, including a nuclear outcome. Between now and final capitulation, they will start launching those missiles.
Inside